Hello everybody, this is Joe being videos on Jimmy Master Electronics, and what I have for review today is an updated video of the Woody the Hacker's Heckler, a silly swinging golf club. Yeah, I've got quite a bit more since the last video. I only had 3 last video and not even one was completely fully working. And if you've seen my compilations that I've been posting on my Joe being videos channel, you've probably seen that I've gotten all of these, but all of them have been broken. However, five of these work the best that they can. You won't see these work any better than what these are working right now. I got each one to work as best as I could. You know, they're none of them are going to be completely perfect. Some of them have very noisy gearboxes. There's nothing I can do about that. Like that one's gearbox is very noisy, very noisy. I can't do anything about that because that's exactly how the gold one was. And when I took the gearbox apart, that's the reason I think it's noisy is because the gears, the shafts with the gears on them, where the shafts, the little holes that the shafts go into, broke in that gearbox of the gold one, which is why I couldn't fix it. Now here's the thing: if you don't remember, this is a gray one. There, you can see there's 4 different versions. As you can see, there's silver with pupils, gray, and gold. Don't know if there's any other colors, but this is all I know for now. But this is the one that originally came from Sega. It was fried when he got it. It was like all demonic and possessed. I tried getting it to work. There was a wire off in here. I touched it on every spot of the board, even the switch, and when I touched it to the switch, smoke came out of it, so I'm pretty sure that ended its life right there. But when I would touch the wire on the board in certain spots, it would make like a poppy noise, like it was trying to get something out of it, but I couldn't get anything. So I just ended up using this for parts. Like this one's motor, I ended up putting in that one. Now that one, I have a little bit to talk about that one. Just a minute, but yeah, like I said, this one's just being used for parts because this one can't be working. I could put this one's gearbox in the gold, but the thing is, the wires are so bad on that gold already, it's just not even worth it. I think the only other golf club I'll get, if I see one pop up, is a new gold, because what's bothering me is the eye. You see how it's smudged around? The paint on these is pretty bad. That wasn't like that when I first got it, I'm pretty sure. That's from all the time I've had to touch it and take it apart. It's just rubbed against stuff. It's just, that's what happens to it. And I just don't like the way it is. I just wish I still had the original video on the old Jimmy Master Electronics when I first got that. I fixed it. It worked. I didn't play it anymore. When I took it out to test one day, the speaker was blowing out. So I had to go back inside, and then the armory snapped, and yeah. All of these had snapped arms except for that one. All these, they're pretty much all broken different spots. I mean, 2 of them were broken pretty much the same identical spot. The other 2 were broken in a little bit. That one was broken. Okay, 3 of them were broken where the screw goes in, where it goes around, where the screw goes through. But that one was broken way above where the screw was. So that one is broken in a completely different spot. I crazy glued all of them so they worked. All the arms move. This one surprisingly has never had a broken arm, and yet it's fried, which doesn't make sense. I don't know how it fried it, but it did. And like I said, that one's kind of used for parts. That's a gray one. I got all 3 that were listed on Amazon. I got those 2 silvers and that gray. These 2 silvers with pupils I got off eBay, and that gold I got off eBay in like early 2016 or so. Maybe earlier. I don't know. I forgot. But anyways, all of these are pretty much built the same. The silvers that have no pupils, the wires are taped on top of the mechanism, on top of the gearbox. All of these golf clubs, the circuit board is on. Let's see. I'm facing it. That would be, I forgot which side it's on. Just a minute. We can take a look here. Okay. This way, the right side, if I had it this way, it'd be left side. The motor goes right in here, and the board is covering one of the screws to get the screw out for the motor holder. But this one, the circuit board is on the other side, so it's not in the way of the motor. This one also has a board issue. This one goes continuously nonstop. It never stops. I even took the sound sensor out of it because I thought maybe the sound sensor was malfunctioning. There's no sound sensor in it. It still goes continuously nonstop. Also, that one was the only one that was fully working, but the arm wasn't snapped on it. But however, right after it started moving, the motor already started dying. The motor would make a squeaky noise like it was trying to move, but it just wouldn't move. I put the motor that was in this one in there. It's moving really slow now, so it's probably going to die again. I tried putting the motor that was in the gold one in that one, but that one was dead too. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not going to... But I'm not going to use that one much since it goes continuously. I can't do anything with that. And this is the one that the mouth doesn't move when it talks. Remember, the mouth is supposed to move when it talks. Then when it starts singing, the mouth and the arm moves. But that one doesn't do that. I got all of them glued. I've got all the rubber glued to the mouths, so the mouths do move on all these. I mean, they don't move a lot because there's no way for them to move a lot. And I've got them all, like, glued around the base area so that they don't come apart when you pick them up or anything. These were sold at CVS. The gold one's box says $9.99 CVS, and these were made in 2001. And like I said, I don't know if that's an earlier model or a later model, but it is different. Oh yeah, the sound sensor. These ones are, the sound sensor on these ones, I think, let's see, they were, I think on the back here. That one sound sensor was on the side, or was it these ones that were on the side? Either way, the sound sensor was in a different spot on that one. And you can even see that the box is different on that one. My original silver gold golf club was one without pupils, but of course it was snapped, but I snapped because I used to hold them to see when the batteries were low, and then it snapped one day. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. It got thrown out. I think the speaker ended up blowing out in that one, which is probably why that one got thrown away. I don't remember. But it also had a rip in its mouth too. I have very few videos of that one. I have a few. I think it's in 2 of my videos on my Joe Bean VHS channel, but they're 30 minutes long, so I mean you can search for it. It's in one of my like birthday series. I don't know. And then I showed it once on my Joe Bean Videos channel when I first started my YouTube, and its mouth was ripped. It didn't move at all, really. So, anyways, I'll start showing them now. And now, when these... Oops.
It's your swing.
It's fast. Now, the switch in these can be accessed. Like, these all still had their original demo batteries from 2001 when they were in stores. And they weren't even corroded or anything. But yeah, you can access the switch when they're in the box. So these were turned on in stores. I even remember, like when I got my original silver one, it was CVS, but we called it Osco Drug at the time. I think, yeah. And I remember playing with a few of these. I think there was like 5 of them or so. They were all silver. And there was already some in stores that weren't working right. Like, you know how, like, when it talks, it's just supposed to move the mouth? But there was one that would move the mouth and its club when it talked. And then when it was singing, it wouldn't change. It would just, yeah, there was something wrong with it. I tried picking the one that worked the best. I think there was even one there that did go continuously as well. They already had issues when they were new, so... This one's really high pitch, and this one's the loudest out of all of them. It has the loudest speaker. Another thing I don't like about them is where the speaker is located, because they're just glued to the rubber. So like once they rip off, it's like a pain gluing the speaker back on. There was one more thing I was gonna say. Oh yeah, why they snap so much and so easily? I think it just goes. It's basically how people store them and how they ship them. A lot of these ones didn't come with boxes. The sellers bubble wrapped them all the way around, and you know when they do that, it snaps. You can't put pressure on this arm. You just can't. It'll snap. It's a weak spot. So it just depends on what they can't really ship you. They won't really be able to ship these if it's not even in its original box. a seller ships one of these, it's gonna break in shipping. It's just going to. If it's not already broken, because again, it's just a faulty piece. But I glued them all and they work fine now. But yeah.
I hear you're a real swinger. Home on the green, where the Eagles and the birdies they play. We're off in his herd. I wanna swear words and you punch 'cause they nearly all day. Don't blame me, it's your swing. Over the fairway and in the woods, your golf ball always goes. And how it bounces and where it lands, no one really knows.
That is brand new batteries.
He's a terrible golfer, but he's a terrible golfer. But he's a terrible golfer, which nobody can deny. I hear you're a real swinger. Home on the green, where the Eagles and the birdies they play. We're off in his herd. I wanna swear words and you punch 'cause they nearly all day.
Okay. Okay, now we'll do the gray.
Don't blame me, it's your swing. Over the fairway
Kind of low pitch.
and the woods, your golf ball always goes. And how it bounces and where it lands, no one really knows. He's a terrible golfer, but he's a terrible golfer. But he's a terrible golfer, which nobody can deny.
This one's not too loud. This one's speaker is pretty quiet.
I hear you're a real swinger. Home on the green, where the Eagles and the birdies they play. We're off in his herd. I wanna swear words and you punch 'cause they nearly all day.
Here's the back box, 2001 Playtronix. Try me, clap your hands. Ages 3 and up. Now we'll do this one now. And like I said, this one goes continuously and the motors are getting slow. I wouldn't be surprised if it dies on camera. I didn't check to see if the arm piece was different on this one when I was inside of it. And I know I probably should have done a restoration video on these, but it's just that I didn't really think, I wasn't sure if it was going to be successful, so I didn't really, yeah. Oh, here we go. Oops.
Over the fairway and in the woods, your golf ball always goes.
That's fresh batteries. That's as fast as it goes.
No one really knows.
Okay, why the hell is this so weird?
He's a terrible golfer, but he's a terrible golfer. But he's a terrible golfer, which nobody can deny. I hear you're a real swinger. Home on the green, where the Eagles and the birdies they play. We're off in his herd. I wanna swear words and you punch 'cause they nearly all day. Don't blame me, it's your swing. Over the fairway and in the woods, your golf ball always goes. And how it bounces and where it lands, no one really knows.
Okay.
He's a terrible golfer. Don't blame me, it's your swing. Over the fairway and in the woods, your golf ball always goes. And how it bounces and where it lands, no one really knows.
This one's mechanism is so quiet, and so you can clearly hear the audio.
He's a terrible golfer, but he's a terrible golfer. But he's a terrible golfer, which nobody can deny. I hear you're a real swinger. Home on the green, where the Eagles and the birdies they play. We're off in his herd. I wanna swear words and you punch 'cause they nearly all day.
This is the one that doesn't move when it's talking.
Don't blame me, it's your swing.
Oh, it got stuck.
In the woods, your golf ball always goes. And how it bounces and where it lands, no one really knows.
That's not good.
Don't blame me, it's your swing.
Where did... that sucks.
Don't blame me, it's your swing. Over the fairway and in the woods, your golf ball always goes. And how it bounces and where it lands, no one really knows.
See, that's why a lot of the times I don't even glue latex back together, just in case a problem like that happens, and it's like, oh, did I turn... Oh. Oops. There we go.
Which nobody can deny.
The mouth got stuck because glue got stuck in the mouth when I glued the latex back on the mouth.
I hear you're a real swinger. home on the green.
That one's so low pitch. And it moves really slow too.
A lot of swear words and you punch cause they nearly all day. Don't blame me. It's your swing. Open a fairway and in the woods your golf ball always goes. And how it bounces and where it lands, no one really knows.
Now we'll, I guess, do them all, I guess.
Don't blame me. It's your swing. Open a fairway and in the woods your golf ball always goes.
See, that one's so loud. The others are quiet. They're not very sensitive to sound either. The golf baits are super sensitive, but these are not. The fried one. Yeah. Yeah, 2 grays, 4 silvers, and 1 gold. But there's basically 3 generations of silvers. And yeah, I know that one's backwards, but it's glued on backwards. And I don't want to pull on it because I'll just snap the arm. That one's loose. That one's sensitive to sound, but... Yeah, hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching and bye.